Greetings fellow earthlings and welcome to this Cossacks Back to War video, notes of it Cossacks European Wars video, in which I am doing a single mission forced crossing. Now, if this is on normal difficulty, I'm starting to wish I had put it on hard difficulty, but oh well. So you can read those there. I just quickly read through this one and then I start the game. So basically with this mission you are given one settlement at the top left hand corner and the enemy have one in the bottom right hand corner. There is a river separating both of you with 3 bridges. 2 of those bridges you can defend with small settlements like this, just consisting of a few dwellings and barracks and stables in that one. The enemy however do just march into that and destroy it anyway. And at this point I build a storehouse right next to another storehouse, so I just start again. It's a sign that I had to start again basically when you do something stupid like that. Yep, so I also have 2 towers there defending 2 of them. There is another bridge up north which I do explore later on. Now, secondly, this video has been edited by quite a bit because a lot of it was just me building my economy, and that's not always the most interesting thing to see. There's something that really annoyed me with Cossacks European War, however I'm glad they fixed it in Art of War and Back to War, and I'm sure they'll implicate this into Cossacks 3 as well. Basically, when you were training peasants or pikemen, you had to keep on clicking on that unit. You can press shift and click to train them in 5s, however there was no of that pressing control and clicking to train an infinite amount of units. But they changed it, so I'm glad about that. But in European Wars that problem is still there. Also in European Wars, when you build a mine for example, the peasants don't go into a mine. You then have to go to the mine, get the peasants and tell them to go in. I know it's just a few extra seconds, but in a game like this, some of my voice is dying. That is better now. In a game like this, those few extra seconds are vital. Now here you see me cut out and go a little bit into the future, where I have explored much more of the map. You can see on the minimap there I am sending a small army, well quite a big army actually compared to the rest of my troops around, to defend the middle bridge. I also have the south bridge and the north bridge defended by just one pikeman. It's not exactly defended, it's more just someone to have a look there, see what's going on, make sure no enemies are crossing. You saw me there filling up my mines, sending more troops to the border to try not only get my economy there but defend. However, the enemy don't actually attack me because the difficulty is so easy that they just don't attack me. Now you see me pause at this point. I think there was a fly in my room, but I got rid of it. So this is possibly the 2nd time I've had to record this, maybe even the 3rd. No, it's the 2nd. Basically what has happened is I started recording. I got exactly to this point here, and then I realised my microphone isn't plugged in. So what I had to do was I had to start completely again, delete the recording that I'd made, plug in my microphone and start all over again, which I wasn't happy about. However, the first attempt didn't go so great, so this is much better than the first attempt, so yeah, in a way I'm happy about it. So you saw me build another barracks there, and it cuts out now to the point in which I end up entering the 18th century. I get the balloon and I found out how easy this normal difficulty actually is. So, just stretching there. My videos have had about a 3-day delay. I think it's 3 days since I last uploaded my last video, and the reason for that is I've had a lot of exams. I had my last one on Wednesday and today is Monday, so it's going to get a bit of revision done later today. Just I had a bit of time to fit in one video, but once I'm done that I'll be completely free. I won't have to go to school again until I think it's 2nd or 3rd of September, and right now is the 27th of June, so that gives me just over 2 months off, and then I'll be starting year 14 because I have to stay another year because I didn't do that well with my exams in year 12. So here I've sent up a balloon and I've realised they do have 2 armies on the middle ridge and a small one on the south ridge. However, apart from that, they're not really training any troops. They're actually not doing anything, I don't think. I think they've just got some peasants on the farms and then given up there. So I cross the bridge with my soldiers and I decide to march down and do whatever damage I can, just in case if they do start building up a real army. So basically, the rest of the video is now just me pushing my troops down. And for this time I want to talk a little bit about Cossacks 3. So I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page now. Beta test began on the 22nd of April 2016, which I was not invited to sadly, but oh well, I'll at least be getting the game upon release. Unless it's really expensive, then I won't bother. So I put it on fast mode here just to get through it a bit quicker. I realise I'm going to win. They're not training soldiers. I just get my troops as strong as I can and prepare on the border. So in Cossacks 3 you can play as a map can consist of 8 different players. On Cossacks Back to War that was 7 players. I believe on European Wars it was 6, but it might also be 7, I might be wrong there, so don't quote me on that. Yeah, so Cossacks 3 can have 8 different players on the same map at once, which is very good. An even number really does help for team games because you can have like 2 against 2 against 2 against 2 or 4 against 4. With 7 there was always that team with 3 players, but then again that team with 3 players always seemed to lose when I was playing, so it's good they've got 8 players in. There are 12 nations that we are getting. I have put a video on that confirming the nations because I have seen a comment they posted. I've read their comment and seen exactly what nations we're going to get. I can't remember them off by hand, so if you want me to tell you, just comment below and I'll send you something. Yep, so I cross the middle bridge at this point with my soldiers, just basically testing how tough they are. They're not really that strong, I just slaughter straight through them. I do lose some soldiers, but I fight them off quite successfully. I also have my army in the north marching down also, just those pikemen there. And I soon begin to invade the city. Now Cossacks 3 gives us 100 scientific researchers, I think more than 100 actually. So they should be interesting, I think they'll more than likely be the same as we've seen before. And 70 new units. I might be wrong with this, but I think we're going to get much more unique units in this game. Basically because we're getting the same amount of units but less nations for now. Of course they do release other nations in the form of DLC later on. But for now I think we're going to have much more unique units for each individual nation. Now let's talk about single missions. This video here is of course a single mission video, and sending an army in from the south, which I completely forgot about, and I send in some troops to destroy the mines. So with these single missions, European Wars brought us, I think it was 6 of them. No, European Wars brought us about 8, it was the Art of War that brought us 6. These are brilliant single missions, and we also had campaigns for those. However, when it came to Cossacks Back to War, they wanted to turn it into a more multiplayer game, so we did not have a campaign for Cossacks Back to War, which I won't call a disappointment because we got a much more improved multiplayer out of it, so I'm happy they did that. However, what we did get in Cossacks Back to War was, I believe, over 100 nations. I have heard something like, well, 63 nations, but from when I saw the box it said 100, I believe, so you might want to count them or have a look. I don't know how many missions they are. So you can see me in their city now. I'm just destroying them. But for Cossacks 3 event, it has been confirmed that we will have a campaign of some sort. I think 5 campaigns actually, so we're going to get 5 different campaigns into Cossacks 3, and with those campaigns, I don't know what nations we have. I think the Ukraine will be one. I think I've read something about England, but I might be wrong with that, of course. So that's 5 campaigns, which are of course always brilliant. I've destroyed the enemy here, and I believe we will have the usual 8 to 12 single missions to play on. And now I cut the video out, destroyed the last building with a howitzer. Took me a couple of minutes to get that howitzer there, and I win. So that is the mission, Forced Crossing. I've also talked a bit about Cossacks 3, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like the video. If you haven't, then don't dislike the video. And if you're interested in more Cossacks videos, or Cossacks 3 videos when it is released, then subscribe to my channel. Bye.